What's happening around the world and what's happening here at home. A very good evening to and welcome to Weekend Primetime News. I'm Sandro Ferdinando. Let's take a look at your headlines for tonight.
Sri Lanka gears up to celebrate the Sinhala and Tamil New Year. Ethnic division will not disrupt Sri Lanka's peace, the president pledges. Police open fire on fleeing stolen car in Kotahena. Trump exempts smartphones and computers from new tariffs, including levies imposed on Chinese imports.
With only a few hours remaining until the dawn of the Sinhala and Tamil New Year, and preparations are underway across Sri Lanka. Special transportation services are also in place today to support the people travelling to their hometowns for the New Year celebrations.
Deputy General Manager of Operations at the Sri Lanka Transport Board, THRT Chandrasiri, said that additional buses are being deployed based on demand. The Department of Railways has also arranged special train services for the convenience of passengers. Under this arrangement, 40 additional train journeys are operating to Badulla, Beliata, Anuradhapura, Galle and Kankasantharai. The number of carriages on the Yaldevi and Rajarata Rajana trains have also been increased. Meanwhile, people across the country were seen actively preparing for the New Year. This was the situation in Colombo Fort today. In Mathura, large crowds gathered in the town to finish their last-minute shopping. In Kandy, streets were also busy with people.
අවුරුදු හොඳයි. අවුල නැහැ. එළවලු තමයි පොඩ්ඩක් ගණන් වැඩි.
පාරික බොගේ ගොඩක් එනවා. කේක් ගන්න එනවා. ඉතින් අවුරුදු සරුයි ඉතින් ජනතාවට.
අවුරුදු හොඳයි. ඉතින් වෙනදා වගේ හොඳ නැහැ. කිසි කලබලයක් කරදරයක් නැහැ.
මිනිස්සු දුද්දෝගෙන් බඩු ගන්නවා. වෙන අවුරුදු වලට පොඩ්ඩක් තියෙනවනේ පොඩි වෙනසක්.
I think the people and the food and everything is so amazing. And when the families gathering together, I love it.
This was the situation in Mavanella.
පහුගිය කාලයට වැඩිය හොඳ පසුබිමක් මිනිස්සුන්ට තියෙනවා. බඩු මිල්ලන් ඉතින් සාමාන්‍ය තත්ත්වයට තියෙනවා.
In Kurunagala, a special New Year market attracted large number of visitors.
රෙදි කඩවල වල පොලේ හැමතැනම සෙනඟ තමයි ඉන්නේ. අපිට අවුරුදු හොඳයි.
ඊයේ පාරට වඩා හොඳයි නේද? මිනිස්සු එකතු වෙන ගොඩක්. බඩු මිල කියන්නේ එළවලු මිල ළඟ ඉතින් පාලනයක් නැහැ.
අවුරුද්ද හොඳයි. ඊයේ පාරට වඩා මේ පාර හොඳයි. සෙනඟ එහෙම සෑහෙන්න ඉන්නවා කඩවලට එහෙම බිස්නස් එහෙම හොඳයි.
අලුතවුරුද්ද ජයයි. උදටම හොඳයි.
Minister of Transport, Highways, Ports and Civil Aviation, Bimal Ratnayaka, has urged the public to take necessary precautions to minimize road accidents during the festive season.
Especially during the New Year period, millions of people are on the move. So first, I appeal to all public transport providers, drivers of SLTB buses and private buses alike to at least make sure drivers wear seat belts even on trips with just 10 to 15 passengers. The risk of major accidents is high, particularly on long routes like Colombo to Anuradhapura or on expressways. We also request that those travelling in private vehicles ensure that passengers in the back seat wear seat belts as well. Around 2,300 people lose their lives annually in road accidents in our country, and this festive period often sees a rise in those numbers. What should be a time of joy can easily turn into one of sorrow.
අවස්ථාව අපි සතුටු වෙන අවස්ථාව අපි දුක් වෙන්න වෙනවා.
Meanwhile, Minister of Public Security and Parliamentary Affairs Anand Vijaypala said that police have intensified anti-drug operations during the festive season. He added that special efforts are underway to identify and take action against drunk drivers. More than 35,000 police officers have also been deployed island-wide to ensure public security during the festive season.
In just a few hours, the Sinhala and Tamil New Year will begin, a beautiful time when the entire country slows down to reflect, reconnect and celebrate with their family and friends.
As the sun prepares to move from Pisces into Aries, Sri Lanka gets ready to mark this significant moment in the astrological calendar, the symbolic beginning of a brand new year. Today is the final day of the old year. It is traditionally spent cleaning homes, preparing sweet treats and making final arrangements to welcome the new year. According to custom, all household tasks are completed before the beginning of the New Year or the neutral time, which began at 8:57 p.m. During Nonagathaya, people are encouraged to stop all work and take part in religious or spiritual observances. The Sinhala and Tamil New Year officially dawns at 3:21 a.m. tomorrow. The auspicious time for lighting the hearth and preparing the first meal of the year is set for 4:04 a.m. According to astrologers, those observing the should wear bronze-colored clothing, face south and cook milk rice along with sweetmeats and curd. Later in the morning at 6:44 a.m. comes the time to begin work, perform financial transactions and enjoy the first meal of the new year. At this time, people are advised to dress in white or pearl-colored clothing and face south to carry out these activities with a positive mindset. The oil anointing ceremony, known as Hisatel Gama, will take place on Wednesday, the 16th of April at 9:04 a.m. This is followed by the auspicious time for returning to work on Thursday, the 17th at 9:03 a.m. President Anurukumara Dissanayake has called on the people to join in making the National Transformation Programme a success, a program aimed at ushering in essential economic, social and political change for the country. In his New Year message, the President invited all Sri Lankans to come together in strength and solidarity, united by a shared purpose, to uplift the nation and improve the lives of its people. The message emphasized that the core spirit of New Year traditions is a renewal of life, to shape individuals who are free from regressive attitudes and outdated thinking. He added that the New Year becomes truly meaningful when it marks the beginning of personal and collective renewal. Prime Minister Dr. Harini Amarasuriya has also extended her greetings for the Sinhala and Tamil New Year. In her message, the Prime Minister expressed hope that the people of Sri Lanka will find the strength, unity and energy needed for transformation and a more prosperous future. She called on the people to embrace the new year with respect, peace and compassion, and to carry these values in their daily lives and communities. The chief prelates of Sri Lanka's leading Buddhist chapters have issued their heartfelt New Year messages.
Our special message this New Year is to encourage all to celebrate the Sinhala and Tamil New Year with unity, peace and joy. This year we sense a renewed energy, happiness, enthusiasm and a vibrant spirit among the people, more so than in previous years. If that is truly the case, it brings us great happiness. I extend my warmest wishes to all for a prosperous, joyful and fortunate New Year.
වාසනාවන්ත වර්ෂයක් වේවා කියලා ආශිංසනය කරමු. කැම් බීම් මාඩිය කාලා
What we should all do during this Sinhala and Tamil New Year is to enjoy traditional food and festivities, participate in games, strengthen our bonds with one another and live in accordance with religious and moral principles. May you all have a truly joyful and meaningful New Year. As we step into a new year, it is an opportunity to reflect on our shortcomings, acknowledge our mistakes and work to overcome our weaknesses. We must embark on a path where no matter the challenges challenges we face, we move forward with patience and discipline to improve our lives in an orderly manner. Such a path becomes one of great illumination. May everyone be blessed by the triple gem, and may the deities grant you protection, good health and peace.
The MTV Media Network is also set to bring a variety of programs that highlight the joy and the traditions of Sinhala and Tamil New Year.
The much anticipated Sirasa Siritha will broadcast tomorrow starting at 3 a.m, showcasing the auspicious rituals and customs followed during the Sinhala and Tamil New Year season at the precise times. Many beloved artists from Sirasa TV teledramas will also join the Sirasa Siritha. Another highlight of the New Year program will be Tharu Aurudha, which will feature fun-filled New Year games with around 100 popular celebrities participating. Sirasa Raum Kade and Sirasa Vasanta Kumara Kumariya and several other entertaining programs will also be aired to bring festive cheer to viewers.
The Sinhala and Tamil New Year is a valuable moment to celebrate and pass on Sri Lanka's rich heritage to future generations. Even though many Sri Lankans are living abroad, their hearts remain deeply connected to their homeland. Across the world, members of the Sri Lankan diaspora are preparing to celebrate the New Year in their own meaningful ways.
Just as those in Sri Lanka observe the New Year with customs, rituals and festivals, Sri Lankans overseas are also organizing their own New Year celebrations. We invite our Sri Lankan expatriate communities to share those celebrations with us. If you are organizing a New Year event while living abroad, send information and video footage to WhatsApp number 071 241 4444. We are ready to feature your celebrations on our social media platforms, helping to showcase how Sri Lankans around the world stay united in tradition.
Newsfirst with the people.
President Anurakumara Dissanayake said that ethnic divisions will not be allowed to re-emerge in Sri Lanka. The president expressed these views while addressing a public rally in Kenya.
The rally in Kenya was part of a series of events organized by the National People's Power in the lead-up to the local government elections. The rally took place last evening and was held under the patronage of President Anurakumara Dissanayake.
How has politics traditionally been in our country? Our political landscape has been characterized by division. The Muslim community votes for Muslim parties, the Tamil community votes for Tamil parties, and the Sinhalese community votes for Sinhalese parties. What does this mean? Voting has historically been based on ethnic divisions. To secure the Muslim vote, Muslim parties have often criticized the South. Similarly, to win votes in the South, Southern parties have criticized the East. This has been the pattern. So what has the nature of our elections been? Elections that deepen divisions among people. However, history is changing. In the most recent general election, the people of the North voted for the compass. The people of the East voted for the compass. The people of the South voted for the compass. What does this signify? Typically, elections divide us, but this time they united the people. Do we want elections that divide us? Do we want elections that foster separation? Or do we want elections that bring us together? The era of divisive politics is over. The future of this country lies in whose hands? It rests in the hands of those who stand against division, meaning it rests with the compass. This is where the future of the country lies. Yet, there are those who oppose this unity. What are they saying now? They claim that the National People's Power government does not prioritize the interests of the Muslim community, alleging that we do not treat Muslims fairly. Who are these voices? They are those who have lost, those who seek to divide us. Our country has a painful history of discord between the Sinhalese, Tamil and Muslim communities. This discord has led to devastating conflicts. It is our responsibility to ensure that such divisions do not resurface. It has only been 6 months since we assumed office. Have we witnessed any conflict? Has there been unrest anywhere? Let it be clear, the National People's Power government will not allow any national conflict to arise again in this country. We do not govern based on ethnicity or religion. We respond to threats regardless of whether the individual responsible is Sinhalese, Tamil or Muslim.
Why should the people continue to support the current government? The President commented on this as well.
Recently,
the Bribery Commission brought a case before the Colombo Magistrates Court and a Chief Minister was summoned. The crimes were committed a decade ago. The judge asked the lawyer from the Bribery Commission, why did it take so long to arrest this individual? The lawyer responded, they were in power for 10 years, which is why it took so long. For a decade, they were shielded from justice. They were protected by their position. If they regain power, they will be protected once again. In another case in Anuradhapura, a woman and her brother-in-law were sentenced by the High Court. The lawyer requested a lighter sentence, but the judge replied, these crimes have been a major cause of the country's economic decline and the suffering of the people. Therefore, instead of reducing the sentence, we will impose the maximum penalty, 2.6 million and 16 years. Can we allow such things to continue in this country? This is the National People's Power government, a government committed to fighting corruption and fraud, a government that ensures criminals face justice. We must continue to move forward with this government. There is no viable alternative. Are there any other leaders? Name one. Are there any other political parties offering a meaningful solution? This is why the country is united today, moving in one direction under the National People's Power. I invite you to join us with even greater commitment. Let's build national unity. Let's defeat racism. Let's unite and rebuild this country together.
Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Employment and Tourism, Vijitha Herath, stressed that a prosperous future for Sri Lanka can only be achieved through genuine national unity. He expressed these views during a rally in Chavakacheri yesterday.
We have started eliminating theft, corruption, fraud and waste. Today politicians aren't part of that system anymore. The economy is beginning to move forward. When you remove corruption from the equation, people start to trust again, and that's when businesses grow and investors come back. And that's exactly what we are seeing now. But beyond the economy, we are focused on building real national unity. We've never used racism to come into power. We've never turned to religious extremism. We've never played politics with people's differences. Regardless of being Sinhalese, Tamil or Muslim, we all bleed the same color. That means we're all the same. We're all human. And it's only when we understand that, when we come together, that we can move forward as one country. Only one party has managed to bring all three communities, Sinhala, Tamil and Muslim, together across the island, and that's the National People's Power. The compass stands for unity, not division. We're also seeing something we've never seen before, the law being applied fairly even to those in power. That's why the Inspector General of Police, Deshabandhu Tennakone, is going to jail. That's why Pillayan is facing justice. We are not here to protect criminals. We are here to hold them accountable. We can't allow anyone to use political power to commit crimes. We can't let anyone steal the hard-earned money of our people. We owe it to every honest citizen to enforce the law equally and firmly. This government under President Anurakumara Dissanayake is one that's committed to fighting corruption. But that message can't stay in Colombo. We need to take that vision to every village, every community. And we are not alone. We have the support of India. We have the support of China. We have the support from countries around the world. With that support and with all of us standing together, we can build something stronger for the future. Rattas and Raghus, fierce battle.
Continuing in more local news, police opened fire on a car that was fleeing despite orders to stop in Kotahena last night. It was later revealed that the car had been stolen by a suspect.
At about 10:30 p.m. last night, a man stole a car with two women inside in Vasila Road, Kotahena. A pregnant woman and her mother were inside the car at the time. The woman's husband had stopped the car and gone into a restaurant on Kotahena Street to buy food. During this time, a suspect broke into the car and drove off, taking the two women along with it. The husband immediately contacted the police to report the theft of the car and his family members. A team of officers from the Matakole police station began pursuing the vehicle. Despite police signals to stop, the suspect continued fleeing, prompting officers to fire 2 shots at the car in an attempt to bring it to a halt. The suspect eventually abandoned the car near the Blue Mandal railway crossing in the Kotahena police division and fled on foot. Fortunately, neither of the women inside the car were injured during the incident. The suspect has not yet been arrested.
Meanwhile, 2 suspects have been arrested in Kudavalla, Tangol with over 100 kilograms of heroin and ice which are being transported in a lorry.
The lorry, which was fitted with freezer compartments typically used for transporting fish, had originally left from Kaduvela and travelled to Kudavalla, where it was loaded with drugs. The suspects were arrested by police as they were returning with a stock of drugs. Police discovered 65 kilograms of ice and 52 kilograms of heroin inside the vehicle. The estimated street value of the seized drugs is around 1.25 billion rupees, according to police. There were 3 individuals in the lorry at the time. One of them fled the scene during the inspection, while the other 2, aged 30 and 35, were taken into custody. In addition to the drugs, officers also recovered 2 satellite phones and 2 mobile phones from their possession.
We have received information that due to the difficulties faced by drug traffickers in bringing drugs via sea routes, where the sea is rough, they accumulate drug stocks beforehand. This information was received by the Inspector General of Police, who informed us to be vigilant in this regard. We conduct special inspections continuously. It was during one of these inspections at around midnight last night that 2 officers on traffic duty conducted an inspection. It was during that inspection that this drug stock was seized. We conduct special inspections continuously. It was during one of these inspections at around midnight last night that 2 officers on traffic duty conducted an inspection. It was during that inspection that this drug was seized.
Reports of a rare elephant fight have been emerging from Galgamu in recent days.
Environmentalists believe that regions like Galgamur, Ambanpola, Ahatuava and Giribava are home to some of Sri Lanka's highest elephant populations. Notable elephants such as Siambalangamu Appa, Ekadanta, Chandi and Balapotua once roamed these areas. Today, tuskers like Kavantissa, Vijaya, Bhagya, Sumana, Astika and Homo are still often seen in the region. The ongoing elephant fight involves 2 elephants named Rotta and Raghu, both of whom have been observed fighting in Ahatuava. Wildlife officials also reported that the 2 elephants fought in the Rasvahara forest yesterday. Raghu, a single-tusked elephant, is known for defeating and killing Chandi in a previous fight. Rotta, which is larger, has a pair of long tusks. So, why do these elephants fight like this?
These fights usually happen during the breeding season, especially when young male elephants in mast, which is a condition marked by aggression and hormonal changes, enter the herd looking for females. They often clash with the dominant male elephant in the herd. It's difficult to control such elephants because it's a natural occurrence. The stronger one wins, and this helps evolve strong genes. It's best to let nature take its course and not interfere, as attempts to separate or tranquilize them often fail, and the fights resume elsewhere.
A fight between two elephants typically ends with the defeated elephant either fleeing or dying. The victorious elephant often suffers serious tusk injuries. Experts agree that human interference could cause more harm, as it may lead to external injuries for the elephants.
We should not take sides in this fight between Ratta and Raghu. This is a scientific process. It's important to watch quietly and let the elephants resolve the issue on their own. Interfering or attempting to separate them can lead to unnecessary injuries. People should avoid getting involved in the fight.
Ultimately, wildlife experts believe that the fight should end naturally in accordance with the laws of nature.
Big changes in US trade policy are making waves around the world, especially for tech. Last night, President Donald Trump's administration announced a major shift, lifting heavy import taxes on smartphones, laptops, and other electronics. Now, this move could ease pressure on global tech companies like Apple and help keep gadget prices in check, something that matters not just in America but for markets elsewhere, where many of these devices are very much in high demand.
US President Donald Trump's administration last night exempted smartphones, computers and some other electronic devices from reciprocal tariffs, including the 125% levies imposed on Chinese imports. In a notice, US Customs and Border Patrol said that the goods would be excluded from Trump's 10% global tariff on most countries and the much larger Chinese import tax. It marks the first significant reprieve of any kind in Trump's tariffs on China, with one trade analyst describing it as a game-changer scenario. Trump said he would give more details of the exemptions at the start of next week. However, White House Deputy Chief of Staff on Policy Stephen Miller posted on X that these electronic goods are still subject to the 20% tariff on China related to fentanyl. What prompted the Trump administration to make these exemptions? The move came after concerns from US tech companies that the price of gadgets could skyrocket as many of them are made in China. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt said in a statement, quote-unquote, President Trump has made it clear America cannot rely on China to manufacture critical technologies such as semiconductors, chips, smartphones and laptops. That's why the president has secured trillions of dollars in US investments from the largest tech companies in the world, including Apple and Nvidia. The White House indicated the exemptions were made to ensure the big tech firms had more time to move production to the US. What impact could the tariffs have had on iPhone prices? Some estimates suggested iPhone prices in the US could have as much as tripled if costs were passed on to consumers. The US is a major market for iPhones, while Apple accounted for more than half of its smartphone sales last year. It says as much as 80% of Apple's iPhones intended for US sale are made in China, with the remaining 20% made in India. Who feels the heat from the tariffs and who dodges it? This change would affect companies like Apple, who rely on heavy manufacturing in China the most. Companies like Google or Samsung might not see the same effect, as those devices generally come from India and Vietnam. OnePlus also might not see the same issues, as those phones are assembled in India and then distributed, though the bulk of manufacturing happens in China. It isn't clear as to whether or not tariffs on other countries after the 90-day pause would also exempt certain tech products from components.
As we count down the final hours to the Sinhala and Tamil New Year, we just want to take a moment to wish you and your loved ones peace, joy, and a fresh start filled with hope. May this new beginning bring moments to cherish, goals to chase, and plenty of reasons to smile. From all of us at Newsfirst, thank you for being part of our journey. And with that, we wrap up news. Once again, a very happy Sinhala and Tamil New Year to you all. Good night.